How's it going, everyone? Today we are taking a look at Pokemon Home. I decided to give an update on my Living Dex progress. This recently took a bit of a back seat with the release of Monster Hunter Wilds, but I'm back in full swing now that I've spent basically like 50 plus hours in that game already, so I figured let's get back to some Pokemon. As you can see, we have 1,746 Pokemon deposited. Pokedex number registered is 1025, which is all of the Pokemon. If you haven't seen my latest Pokemon Home video or my most recent one, we were able to obtain a Living Dex, and since then I decided to give it a start with the Living Form version, essentially, which is a bit of a bigger endeavor overall, but it's been fun. So I figured we can take a look at that and see where I'm at with everything. So here, we have this manage box. I always recommend starting with this just because it helps when you're transferring or trading Pokemon to have like the first box be that box that you want to put everything into. And then to the right, like I've shown in my previous videos, I have my full Living Dex here. I'm not going to go through this again, but I labeled them by number and by region all the way forward to 1025 here. So that's where that is. If you go to the left of the manage box is where you start to get into some of the fun stuff. So these are randoms, extras of legendaries I've had from different playthroughs and multiple playthroughs and stuff like that. Some event Pokemon. I usually buy both versions of each game, so it's fun to do that and basically lets me get multiple copies of certain Pokemon like the legends and stuff like that. These are the actual events that I've done and obtained through Home, Sword Shield, other games, etc. I have these 5 here from the Pokemon Home app. I was able to work on the living forms and Dex completion for each of the respective games on the Switch. So we were able to get Shiny Meloetta, Shiny Manaphy, Enamorus, Keldeo, and Meltan for all of the different Dexes for the Switch games, which was nice. These are the Zeraoras from Home. This is Celebi from one of the events from Sword and Shield. Same with the legendary birds being shiny, Eternatus, Zacian, didn't get Zamazenta, Victini, so forth. Alright, so this is where the living forms start. So the Unknown Dex has 28, one for each letter, plus an exclamation point and a question mark. These are all the Hat Pikachus. Yes, I have doubles because I had Sword and Shield, so we have all 8 Hat Pikachu. These are all the Alolan forms, all the Galarian forms. The Gigantamax forms I'm currently still working on. I'm missing a few, as you can see. I may make a second box for it, I'm not sure, but this is a work in progress. Hisuian forms, I don't know why I have 2 Growlithes here, but these are all the Hisuian forms you can get. These are the Paldean forms. There's not that many. There's only the 3 Tauros and the Wooper. And then we get into alternate forms. So Deerling and Sawsbuck, there's one for each of the seasons. So I think I did winter, spring, summer, fall, maybe? I don't know if that's actually the order I did this in, but those are the 4. You get Rotom and all of the forms for Rotom. You get Oricorio's forms, Squawkabilly's forms, all of the Minior forms, Lycanroc's 3 forms, Tatsugiri's 3 forms, Burmy and Wormadam, 3 different forms for each one, Floette, Florges, and Flabebe. This was a little bit annoying, but you can get these pretty easily in Scarlet and Violet. The hardest ones to find are the blue and the white ones, but if you catch a few of each, you can just evolve, so not too bad. Gastrodon and Shellos, Skyform Shaman, Keldeo's other form, which I always forget the name of, the Magearna from having the living, all the Pokemon from registered, I think, up to and including Sword and Shield. You get the Pokeball form. Urshifu has 2 forms, so this is his other form. These are Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, and Enamorus's alternate forms. To do that, I basically just played through, what do you call it? His Pokemon Arceus again, just to get them. Zygarde, I believe this was from my Ultra Sun and Moon playthrough, the 10% form. Hoopa, I was able to get the McDonald's event from a friend who had tons of extra copies from back in the day on Twitter, so that was awesome. Dada Zarude from the Jungle event, another Ursaluna. This is just the Blood Moon Ursaluna, so I consider it an alternate form. The 4 different versions of Gourgeist and Punkaboo, all the different sizes. I think it's tiny, small, normal, and super size or something like that. Poltergeist and Sinistra's antique or phony and antique forms. Same with here with Sinistea and Poltergeist. Mouseholds, this is the family of 3. They also have a family of 4, but the family of 3 one's much harder to get. Same with Dunsparce here with the 3 segment. This took a lot of breeding, but I think I breeded like over 100 eggs to get it. This is Ash Greninja, just to get the extra form registered. Roman Gimmighoul, which you can only get from Pokemon Go. And Deoxys' defense form here. I'm missing the other 2 forms, Attack and Speed, which I'll be working on. I'm already on my 3rd Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire playthrough, so it's getting a little numbing, but I also like that game, so it's not too bad. Then I'll be done with all of the alternate forms. From there, I did all of the Vivillon patterns, including the Pokeball form I got from someone who had an extra copy from the event way back when, which was awesome for them to give that to me. These work based on the postcards and trading within Pokemon Go and then transferring it to Scarlet and Violet. You can only do 1 a day, so it took a bit and a bit of making friends and adding people on Pokemon Go, but it was a fun experience. Alchemies, this was super easy as long as you got the sweets, which you can get a pretty good amount of them either through events or the, the item printer machine in the Blueberry Academy. There was recently an alchemy event, so I took full advantage of it, and I was able to get all the different forms. There's a lot. I think there's 63 forms, because it's 7 forms times 9 versions. Yeah, so that was a lot, but I'm proud of that. Furfrou trims, I'm probably never going to get these. I have the base form from Go, or I mean I could transfer it from like X and Y, but I'm hoping Legend ZA gives that to us and we can get all of the other trims, because the trims are super annoying and I'm not trying to travel to all those different countries right now, because that's kind of what you have to do to get that. Maybe I'll be able to get some of the ones available everywhere in like the Americas, but not the rest, so that's all I have for now. Then these are the gender forms. I already made some spaces for box, so like I'm missing the female Venusaur, the male Butterfree, and so forth. And I made all of the box forms ready to go here. Basically done with box number 5, as you can see. And there's 7 of them. So this is work in progress. This is less of a priority. I want to finish the Deoxys forms first, and then I'll probably do this and the Gigantamax forms, depending on which one I feel like going for first. And then I'm done with the Living Form Dex, which is awesome. Then I'll get to the true challenge of shiny forms. As you can see, I've made boxes, basically the reverse of what we did for the Living Dex. We just did it opposite for the shiny dex. So shiny 1 through 30, 31 through 60, 61 through 90. As you can see, I started to fill them up. These are all in dex order, which is fun, and so forth here. I did get some of the events, like I said, from the home app, so I can throw them in here as I decide to. Rayquaza had an event back in December for Scarlet and Violet, so I threw that in there. And you know, I think almost every box, well, except for those 2, has at least 1 Pokemon in it. All right, I lied. There's a few more that don't, but you get the point. This is going to be a long work in progress. And then these are some extra shinies that are already in those boxes. I just have extra forms or versions of them. And then I started to make a boxes for Pokemon Go, just to fill that dex up a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna work, how long or how much I'm going to put into the Pokemon Go dex hunting. I just started importing some mons. May continue to work on it, not sure. Like I said, less a priority because I'm trying to do the main games first, but we got 3 boxes full and we started the 4th, so we got some progress. At least it doesn't say I have like 0 registered on the home app now. And so yeah, that's kind of where we're at with my progress on the Living Form Dex for the moment. So I do have a Excel file that I use to keep track of these on Google Sheets, but basically I have it I have it so that you can see the Pokemon name, the form, the Dex number, the region they're from, the game, any notes, or whether they're a legendary or mythical. So as you can see, the only living form that I'm missing are Deoxys, the 2 forms, like I said, Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, and these Gigantamax forms, which I'm counting as part of the Living Form Dex. Some people do, some people don't. I just figured it would make it more complete, so I'll probably end up doing that. Furfro, this is super low priority, like I'm not worried about these forms here. So we'll figure that out. This is a little bit of a legend for me. These are the objectives I'm going for. These are the gender form differences I'm missing and whether it's male or female. Usually I would just remove the entire line, but I haven't finished, as you can see, like both male and female for Venusaur, so I just highlighted which ones I have. And then probably even before the Furfro forms, I'll do the updating of nicknames or OTs for any Pokemon in my base Living Form Dex that I need to do. I have this by region and by Pokemon as well. This is a super minor thing, more of a cleanup effort, but some of the names are not the original Pokemon name, and some of the OTs aren't mine, so just an extra cleanup step there. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll probably keep posting progress updates on Pokemon Home. I know people tend to enjoy the Pokemon Home updates, and I'll probably be posting more. I'm thinking of doing a Fire Red Leaf Green Nuzlocke, and maybe getting into some more Pokemon content, whether it's the main games, or shiny hunting, or Pokemon Unite. So, with that, hope you guys enjoyed, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.